He simply stopped in the middle of the room, slowly inhaled, and froze, as if he had sensed something invisible. But in that moment, the cat isn't distracted. He isn't resting either. He's reading the space around him. For humans, the world is built through sight. For cats, it's completely different. Their reality is built through scent. Through smell, a cat understands where it is, who was here before, and whether this place is safe. Where humans notice nothing unusual, a cat detects an entire story made of invisible traces and signals. To a cat, the air is never empty. Every room carries hidden information, traces of emotion, presence, stress, fear, things the human nose could never detect. That's why a cat may suddenly become alert for no visible reason, or feel calm in a place it has never seen before. For cats, scent is not just information about food or danger, it's the language of the world itself. That's why a cat may refuse perfectly good food, avoid a harmless new object, or react strangely to a familiar person if their scent has changed. But the most fascinating part, cats don't experience smell using only their noses. They have a second sensory organ that many people don't even know exists. It's located on the roof of the mouth, just behind the front teeth, and it's directly connected to the brain. This organ is designed to detect chemical signals that normal smell cannot fully process. That's why cats sometimes open their mouths slightly, lift their upper lip, and freeze with a strange expression. It may look funny to humans, but in reality, the cat is analyzing hidden information through something called the Jacobson's organ. Air is pulled toward this organ instead of the nose, allowing the cat to detect signals beyond ordinary scent. Through it, cats sense pheromones, chemical messages carrying information about fear, confidence, stress, territory, health, and even social status. To humans, these are invisible particles in the air. To cats, it's a clear and meaningful language. What's even more incredible is that cats don't consciously analyze these signals. Their brains react instantly. Trust, anxiety, curiosity, avoidance. The response happens automatically. That's why feline behavior can sometimes seem random or illogical to people, but the decision was already made. A new perfume, different furniture placement, fresh cleaning chemicals, a new litter type. To humans, these are ordinary details. To a cat, it can feel like the familiar world suddenly became unfamiliar. That's why, after cleaning, a cat may wander around restlessly, rub against furniture, or hide. It's trying to restore familiar smells and regain control over the environment. Smell also plays a massive role in eating behavior. Humans focus mostly on taste. Cats focus on scent first. If food smells unfamiliar or too weak, it may completely lose its appeal, even if it's high quality. That's why cats often stop eating during stress, illness, or relocation. The familiar scent pattern disappears, and the brain no longer recognizes the food as safe. Cats also recognize loved ones through scent. They're human, other animals, favorite places. All of it is stored in memory as scent. That's why a cat may suddenly avoid its owner after a hospital visit, travel, or even a new perfume. To the cat, the scent changed, and that means something feels different. When a cat rubs against your legs, hands, or furniture, it's not just affection, it's mixing scents, creating familiarity, safety, connection. For cats, shared scent is one of the strongest forms of trust. In general, the feline world is much quieter and more subtle than humans realize. Cats barely need words or sounds to communicate. Their primary language is smell. When a cat marks territory, it's not simply claiming space, it's leaving detailed information behind. Who lives here, how confident they are, whether they feel calm or stressed. These scent messages help cats avoid conflict before direct encounters even happen. Even a home itself becomes a giant scent map to a cat. Every room, every object, every corner, each one carries meaning. That's why cats choose very specific places to sleep or observe from. Those places simply smell right to them. If a cat loses the ability to navigate